spicy apple juice or anything
Some
like
good
that.
child-friendly beverages.
Some excellent child beverages, Mott's apple juice.
Mott's.
That's it, Mott's grape juice.
Some good old Coca-Cola, you know?
That's got too much sugar in it for kids. That's not good for you.
So if something were to
You're gonna give it
heal ability damage, would that also heal like hit point drain?
I let it at a very reduced deal. So like restoration cures 1d4 points of ability drain. I let that be or 1 hit point drain.
So with this ability or spell or I don't know, it's just called heal, and it says that it immediately
150
ends
hit
any
points.
and all following adverse conditions. One of those is ability damage. So how would you rule that?
I'd have to set a number.
Okay.
Maybe like a roll for it.
Yeah,
Kind of thing. Like roll a
yeah.
d20, whatever you get, kind of thing.
Roll a slice.
Just a d20 is lame. Make it like 4d6. 4d6 is cool. People like rolling that.
Don't we have the?
Yeah, 'cause
don't we
like I said,
have
this
like
thing-
an
this thing
actual
just-
D100
Yeah,
somewhere?
because the hit point drain and regain system that I use is different than standard
Yeah.
Pathfinder, because standard Pathfinder realistically only has like negative levels when it comes to reducing your hit points, or Constitution drain is how they like to do it.
Dude, you should roll the actual D100.
You get 1 d100 hit points back.
God, that thing sucks.
Welcome back to Mad King, everybody.
Hell yeah.
We're back.
Well, I'm glad you're in a good mood. Where did we leave off?
All our friends are dead.
Push me to the edge.
Yeah, we Frankenstein dragon attack.
Actually,
Mad Kingsman.
as far as you know, none of your friends are dead, but a ton of your apprentices are.
Adara was like,
Oh, well then, yeah, your only friend is dead.
said like. Bro, what the fuck? It said like.
You guys are picking through some rubble right now. The city is still on fire, but fire brigades or bucket brigades are being made, and they're handling it as best they can.
Yeah.
Unless any of you have some kind of way to produce
Ice.
waves or rain. You could do an ice breath on a building, right? And that
Ice.
would absolutely put
I
out
could
like a
frozen
small
on 'em.
section.
With my
You could
sport
use
talent.
you could use some sport talent frozoning.
Can you like ice breath the sky and make like a
Little
I
snow.
have
Snows.
never tried that before. I could try.
100%, absolutely.
You
I love it.
You can't make it rain, but you can make it snow.
You can make it sleep.
Exactly. That's less effective rain, but
That
you know,
disgusting
still
slushy shit. Ugh.
Mixed with ash.
It would probably turn into snow because you guys are officially in winter now.
Oh,
The
dude.
seasons have changed. You're not in like a woefully cold segment.
No.
You guys are in like
We're like
you're almost in like the Arizona of the world.
relatively
deal.
inland, you know.
So it gets cold at night, but it's not crazy. You got some warm ocean currents that come up around right to the west, so you're all right. Temperature-wise, it's not crazy.
I'll be fine regardless.
Was it?
Oh my god.
Hey, James.
Oh, James.
Thanks for the $5. We'll spread out that dollar. No re-roll or anything like that. James just wanted to give you guys a buck.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Thank you, James.
He said, it won't bring back the dead kids, but you can get $1 per player.
Nice.
Makes it hurt less. Truly does.
You get like half a candy bar with that with inflation.
Sweet.
Like a third of a candy bar.
Can use it to
Almost
dry
$3
my
a pop.
Oh, dude, I can get like two.
Yeah.
I can get like 2 gumballs.
True. True.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, gumballs are 50 cents now?
Yeah, dude.
It's been a while since I've used a gumball machine.
Life is hard.
I can get 3 dribbles of gas.
So you're gonna help with putting out fires.
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put the
I'm
fires recovery
digging,
wherever they need
starting
to
to build shit back up, like just whatever shit needs done, I am doing.
Just general help.
Yeah.
Wait, how's the bakery?
I need
No.
I need you to roll a d20 for me.
No!
I'm so glad that you asked about a specific business. Because
Do the big die.
there are some known names here that.
I'm gonna do the big die.
All right.
6.
The bakery is destroyed,
No!
but Joanne was not inside at the time.
Oh my god. Are there burnt cakes?
They're a little more than burnt. If you desire to pick up like a handful of ash out of the remains of the
No, there's gotta be like a half.
oven or
There's
something.
gotta be like a cake that was like under something. Like, come on.
the building was destroyed by a gigantic beam of dragon plasma. I don't know what you want from me here.
God, please.
Just
One more cake.
There's other ovens in town. Joanne will be back at work here soon.
Damn it. Okay.
She had a wealthy sum saved up, not kept in the bakery.
That's good.
I wonder why. How'd she get all that?
She got all that money. All right.
That's right, PJ boy. You guys do some general help through the night. There does come a point where the fires are manageable without you guys. None of you are exactly specialized for putting that out. And that's the big problem. Your patrols have regrouped, recentered, and have kind of secured the area. You do have a good number of wounded soldiers
Okay.
coming back from kind of some of the outskirts of your territory where some skirmishing was happening, some distractionary attacks occurred. Nothing big for you guys.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, Oozle was spending the entire night sulking over a dart.
I could do like I have some points into heal.
Okay.
I can help some field dress it. You know,
The-
not necessary.
Derek's just fine.
Okay.
And Frida is still up. She's missing an arm, but
Okay.
she's growing it back. She can help out with that too. Speaking of triage, you lost 2 of the kobold doctors.
No.
Which ones?
Ma and Ni.
Oh no, there's only who now.
Who is all that's left?
No. Damn it. I give them a dragon blessing on their forehead.
Give a little prayer. He actually he appreciates that.
There.
Life's going to be hard because he was the only one of them that didn't speak common.
Rough.
But he'll manage. He'll figure it out.
Figure it out. He can get a translator or something. He can get a spell or something.
Can learn. Do some traditional study and crack a book.
Or you can
Not everything needs to
or
be
you can
fixed
get an
with
amulet
magic.
to solve all your problems.
You are sulking over Adara's body, getting ready to give a proper burial. Grant shows up, and he looks incredibly distraught.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Do you care?
More than usual?
Okay. He seems like he wants to talk to you, but he's not going to
I mean, like,
interrupt,
if-
you know?
if he's just standing there staring at me,
He does like
Yes.
briefly, but if you initially give him like a shrug off, he's gonna go somewhere else.
it's not even a shrug off. It's like low-key don't even acknowledge his presence.
Yeah, he's used to that. Yeah, he shuffles past. He goes back about his business elsewhere. The fire's out as far as you guys are concerned.
Right.
There's a lot of damage to the city. There's a lot of damage to the walls. The Bailey is almost completely destroyed. The barracks were all but completely destroyed, or at least the top barracks where you guys and all the apprentices lived has been completely destroyed. You guys can stay at the bar, of course, or just normal crew quarters in some of the other barracks or the police station. Where do you guys go?
To the bar.
To the bar.
Might as well, right?
That's where I told the kids to go too, so.
Yep. You go to the bar. There is A couple of the apprentices are already there. It's turned into a little bit of a scene. Alia is breaking down. She is incredibly distraught. She believes that she should have been there. And she was there with the rest of them just, a couple minutes before the attack happened.
Survivors Guild.
Adaris told her that Derek needed her help down at the monastery. And she left on that order. And then the attack came when she almost reached the front gate. Grant shows up. And he is incredibly distraught. He seems like he has something he wants to say.
Yes.
Do you care? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's scratching his hair. It's been cut, of course, since you first recovered him. It is no longer those silvery, knotted up dreads. But he is just kind of buzzed. His eyes seem vacuous, though, still looking off into the distance, jetting around random places.
The normal stuff.
I can't find them.
Who?
I can find Adara. Adara is here.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So-
You want to tell him about that thing?
Yeah, so one of the deals we made with, all the god stuff was with a lich named Daddy that anybody that the party killed would go to him, and that apparently extended to anything associated with us and not just people we killed, so their souls are with him.
It is a responsibility contract. Bodies that you are responsible for
Yeah.
belong to him. So people that you are charged with protecting, that die under your watch, people that die in a battle that you caused, anything like that is what Daddy gets.
I'm not a part of that. I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, he just zones back out. He seems gone at this point.
You see, PG Boy, he's actually not.
Finn's around. Eisen, you guys had taken from the battle with the dragon. He valiantly helped you for one round.
Right.
Nice.
And almost died.
He said he wanted to help.
Yep.
Bryson, does he remember anything from the not alive place? Is he a little freaked out?
No.
Good.
It came and gone in a flash kind of deal.
Good.
So no. There is no memory associated with that, but he is indeed here. And he is indeed shaken up. Not doing well from it. Maria, of course, isn't taking it well. She takes it ever so slightly better when Aslo eventually shows up. You see he's got a couple of nicks and bruises. He was certainly part of a skirmish. It seems like he maybe caught an arrow in one of his shoulders. But it's not crazy serious or life-threatening or anything like that. And with your guys' magical healing, when Derek and Frieda are done with the real casualties, it's a 15-minute patch job at best.
Okay. I go down to the dungeon and pull out one of our cold casks of whatever the fuck.
Yeah, some cold mountain ale.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course. Wouldn't expect any less. Ys, do you sleep?
Imagine I probably should sleep.
Okay.
A lot going on.
Oozle, at some point through your moping, Mark shows up. And he begins pulling out the rest of the remains and organizing them. I'm sorry, he does not. The rest of the remains are gone.
They're all gone.
He begins searching for the rest of the remains and looks extremely distraught and confused.
Wait, he's seen the big creepy before.
He's seen the big creepy. He hasn't seen it taking allies.
Fair.
He doesn't even know that it took his son and wife.
Actually, it didn't take the son.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How,
You
that's
negotiated.
how I got
Yeah,
it.
you negotiated to leave the son. He doesn't know that it took his wife. You know. So yeah, he is very confused and distraught. He sees that you're in a moment. He's not bugging you, but he is asking other guard soldiers that are working that area, like, "Hey, where are the bodies? Where did they go? We gotta do this." And they relay to him that a giant undead creature showed up as per usual around you guys and took them. And Mark collapses. Other than that, unless you guys have anything, the night passes. You come to at whatever respective times you're allowed to come to, based on your drinking or staying up late or freezing to death on top of a hill.
The snow falls upon you and Mandara.
Raymond has regained consciousness. He is back. He is concussed and out of it. He has basically no memory of yesterday.
Yeah, somebody told me.
But yeah, he gets filled in. He's slow. His eyes are kind of unfocused.
I can film it. Yeah.
Derek says it could be, a good couple of weeks before he's really recovered. But Derek assured you guys that it's a pretty low-grade concussion. It's not a huge deal. So long as he doesn't keep getting himself hit in the head like that, he'll be all right.
Foreshadowing.
Maybe. What is the plan?
So, Uzul's gonna gather up Adara, and he's going to go bury her under the Mage Willow tree.
You do so alone? Okay.
We should probably try to start rebuilding as quick as we can. At least a little bit.
Well, work parties and stuff are going to basically organize themselves at this point.
Okay.
You guys don't have to have such a direct hand in that, especially since, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, not SimCity. You already rule your town. What more do you want?
More fame. No, I'm just not
If you want to
sure.
spend your next couple of days just interacting with the common folk, you very well could increase your fame doing that.
Unless there's anything important.
I mean, there's lots of important things. You guys have a to-do list a mile and a half long.
Oh, we sure do.
Yeah.
I have a present for Maria that I brought back from the one thing I took from the temples
Yeah.
and the Dwarven shit was
Yeah.
her super fancy Dwarven art kit.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give that to her.
Yeah. Right. It's not that she's not thankful,
No, I know.
but the timing is terrible.
You gotta understand.
And your inability to time things properly just kind of adds to the pain instead of taking it away, in all honesty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's going to have a rough time. But she does accept your gift.
She's now, every time she looks at that kid, all she's going to think about is the fact that all of her friends are dead.
I mean, not all, just
Most.
13. 13 of her closest friends.
Yeah.
13 out of 15.
No, you guys have like 20-something
Well,
kids.
You know for
running
a fact
around.
that you wiped out 90% of like the main squad.
It's not my fault that you guys didn't incorporate very many of the new kids into sleeping at the Bailey. You didn't spread them out.
I'd like to do that, Ian.
You'd like to do that?
I'd like to help with the common folk.
All right.
I'd like to make a point of doing that.
Yeah, you spend a day really making yourself seen and
Yeah.
felt, are you
If
physically helping projects, or are you more so popping in, patting shoulders, comforting people, maybe lifting something heavy here, there, and trying to get like as much movement done as possible? Or are you trying to get tasks done?
probably the second, probably the latter.
Okay, give me a strength check, a con check, a dexterity check, some kind of good physical roll.
Wants to know if you're actually helping or if you're just out here kissing babies.
Yeah, I just want to see. I want to see how effective you are.
It's a 22.
Woo! Strength, I assume.
Con.
Con. Okay. Yeah, your endurance is massive. Your ability to push people
It's not
further.
the only thing that's massive.
Hey, you probably don't want to be whipping that out right now. It's be a
that's
little
a
insensitive.
terrible time.
Yeah, there's a lot of like bodies being removed and stuff.
Yeah, that's for the peanut butter wrestling.
Yeah. Because whereas, right, Daddy might take the civilian casualties at some point, civilian bodies, non-magical beings and stuff, he's got oodles and oodles of. He'll let you guys bury him. Maybe he'll take the bones or something later. You can just about bet, though, that 100% of their souls he's got right now. Yeah. Fantastic 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Increase your fame by 2.
All right. So we've got,
Everybody needs me. Just let me know.
I don't know. I think hey, I'm just gonna get the kids drunk. We're just gonna stay in the bar for a day. We're just drinking,
Okay.
drinking and playing.
There's a good chunk of them where that's not going to be what they do, but certainly a couple take you up on that.
Yeah.
Bryson, Finn, Maria, they're absolutely in on that one, you know. But a lot of the other kids, they're going to be going out into the community and just be sad through work.
For sure.
You get your funeral done. Do you do anything extra special? Or is it just a nice ceremony, a good burial,
Yeah.
moment of silence, walk away? Okay. Do you leave her walking staff? Okay.
I'm gonna head to the monastery.
You do so, yeah. What business do you have there? Luckily, the building itself wasn't greatly damaged. Some of the small outskirting buildings, some of the like apartments, you know, were damaged, but the main building itself is intact. The floor is almost completely covered in injured civilians, injured servicemen.
Yeah, where's Gaunt? This is where.
That's where you left him last. However, he has been staying at the Melman Brewery's tavern.
Is Derek in the monastery?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna ask Derek where that is.
Oh, he is locked down beneath the centerpiece there. If you go up to the lectern, there's a trap door, big bolt, and he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a key for you. I did an essay on him. He has no latent magical powers, so the gear that was taken from him was all that he had.
Cool. I'm gonna go through his gear and find his seven stone.
Okay.
And we go down.
I probably should grab it.
I'm gonna have a little conversation.
Yeah, the cellar's pretty small. There's not a whole lot that's kept specifically in this cellar area. You see a couple bookshelves, but it seems like they were cleaned out last night to not give him anything to fuck with. He's just sitting on the cold, hard ground in his skivvies.
A good old kick to the groin. And,
Should grab this. I want to see this.
I'm gonna cast a Zone of Truth.
Okay. What is your save DC?
20.
20 and it's will?
Yes.
He does not succeed.
Oh. "Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit down and."
He's shivering a little. A little chilly down here.
I have some questions for you. And if you wish at all to even possibly make it out of this alive, I would beseech you to tell me everything that you know. First, where were the children taken?
It's the first question out of your mouth. Yeah. I don't know where they were taken finally.
I'm gonna break his hand.
Yeah, you grab his hand, twist over,
How do you
snap
break
like
his
the
hand?
wrist, or do you want to like break
You gotta describe
fingers?
how
Start
you
with
gotta break
fingers.
it.
Start with some fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take the pointer finger and just turn it back on itself. He screams, but he recovers rather quickly. He is a well-trained soldier. And I assume he's just manacled to himself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the initial, like, he tries to kick away from you kind of deal, but he figures out really fast that you're simply stronger. It's just that knee-jerk reaction that anybody would have to that kind of pain.
I guess I should reiterate.
And he goes, "Gah!"
I want straight answers.
I gave you a straight answer. They don't tell us where the final point is in case we get captured.
Where were they initially taken?
Where were they initially taken? Our rendezvous point was supposed to be 3 clicks northwest. They wouldn't sit there any more than 20 minutes. And then he kind of like wide eyes a little bit. And he seems like surprised that he said that.
Who ordered this attack?
My commanding officers.
Did the overall order come from Chris Vikel? I know he was here. Or at least some semblance of him was.
The Vikels do not directly control my unit.
Break another finger.
Yeah, you snap another one. God, you're supposed to start with the good cop.
We're well past that. Like I said, straight answers. I see what you're doing.
Then kill me.
That'll come later. If you don't give me what I want. Why was Chris Vikel here?
How the hell am I supposed to know what that psycho wants?
Well, the way he made it seem was that he orchestrated this attack.
Maybe he did, man. You caught a grunt. I'm boots on ground.
Not exactly. The soldiers that were attacking the city, those were grunts. I've seen you and your men before. You're special.
Man, you don't understand how armies work. It doesn't matter how special you are at fighting and how good you are at fighting. If you're boots on ground, you're boots on ground. My commanding officer comes in, gives my squad orders, we go execute them. I don't know if it was no Vikel that told us to do it. I don't know if it was no weird monstrosity. I don't know if it was the king's mom himself that did it.
What's your commanding officer's name?
He kind of scoffs back a little bit. Timothy McCree. And he's not saying it like that because he's making fun of you. He's saying that because I needed to come up with a name on the spot.
No, it's written down. What do you mean? Now it is.
I'm a little sense motive just to check and make sure that he's still being truthful. So that should be the 34.
Your spell is active. He cannot lie to you. However, right, ambiguous answers, things like he doesn't honestly know who organized this attack and who gave clearance to everything.
No,
You know, he's not lying to you, but he's also not necessarily just giving you the truth. It's not one of those like, oh, could you just ask Pinocchio all these esoteric questions and get straight answers out of him kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I see the responses where he's trying to dodge. But,
Yeah.
Cool. The sending stone that you have, or had rather.
They're probably disconnected now.
Well, first, let's hope it's not. If it wasn't, would that be a direct line to that commander?
Yeah, shoot, you could use it to get a hold of him.
Do you know why the objective was the children and not just destroying the city? Because with that dragon that you had and a full-scale assault, you could have easily destroyed the city, but instead the primary objective seemed to be grabbing the children.
My impression was I was the secondary objective.
What was the primary objective?
The dragon destroying the city. You'd think that the important thing would have the big thing thrown at it, right? My crew goes in and we do small-time, single-point operations. So sure, my primary objective was getting those kids. But I and my team are very rarely the objective.
So, who were all of the kids that you were supposed to grab? Because I know you didn't get all of them.
I had a couple ID cards, some girl. There was this blonde chick, someone with pink hair. There was there were a couple others, just kids. I don't know, I'd recognize them if I saw them, I guess. I don't got the photos on me. We don't keep that kind of stuff.
Wait here. I'll leave.
He waits.
Yeah.
He's been trained how to play the prisoner game.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try the Ascendant Stone.
No connections.
At all?
Yeah.
I want
None of the
to,
runes inscribed on it seem to go to anything.
I want to go to Grubnug and see if there's any way for him to reestablish the connection.
Not without the other sending stone. It would just be a new connection that would have to be made.
If you're still in transport, can Grugnug try scrying on the kids?
Grugnug absolutely can. He does not break their anti-scrying. This is a bad roll. He can try again later in the day.
I'm going to ask Grubnug if there's any way that he would know of to reestablish his connection.
No. No. Realistically, from what Grugnug's given you, that sending stone is dead.
Alright. I'm going to say I want to think of other things to ask this dude before I fucking put
I mean, they had a teleporting scroll, right?
it.
Did he end up using that?
No.
Let's go and check that out.
I chained him before he could get it off, and they were going to be teleporting to the extraction location. That yeah.
So Finn has pieces of all of them. Like, it wouldn't necessarily be a mage map,
The
but
mage map has been annihilated, so he does not have those pieces anymore.
Gotcha.
However, the mage map that we set up with the dwarves should still be active.
That's just for the Iron Mountains in that area. Neither of your maps were like world maps, you know. That's a lifetime long project for a mage.
I want to see if I can use that teleport scroll.
You have a use magic device as a skill.
Pretty sure.
You're going alone.
Unless the scroll can take multiple people.
You don't know.
Well, show it to Grug now.
He kind of looks it over.
I would assume it'd be individual, because all the commandos have one.
Not necessarily, because their mission was to extract others.
That's fair.
The scroll is good for an extra person. It's good for 2 medium-sized creatures.
Go find Mark.
Yeah.
not Donald?
Yeah. I said come find me if you need something. I literally said that.
I know you did.
Mark is training with his halberd just outside the
You did
city
say you were
walls
very busy
in
for
one of the
2
training
days.
fields. He is swinging furiously.
Yeah. Ask Mark if he wants to go possibly kill some Vikings.
Is that even a question?
Cool. I'm gonna grab a shoulder and use the scroll.
Okay. Roll use magic device, since you are not familiar with teleportation as the spell.
Is there any way for Grugnug to assist with it? Is that something?
Yeah, if you want Grugnug, just cast it on you guys. Grugnug could cast it on you.
Then, yeah, just to prevent.
Okay. Just to prevent the roll.
Yeah.
Easy. Grugnug calls out the correct mnemonics of the spell. You and Mark are teleported. You show up in the woods. It is a trampled down area. You see a lot of the undergrowth has been cleared out. Some trees have been cleared out of the area. There is some small, really low profile fortifications that have been built. There's a trench that kind of goes along the southwestern border of it, as well as a little kind of wicker wall that's been blended into the scenery. You see evidence of cook fires recently. There's some little here-there's, needles and some thread from repairing things, just little things that wind up getting left behind. Neither of you necessarily have the ability to track,
I have really high survival.
but tracking is a specific skill set separate from survival. You use survival to roll for it, but you do have to have tracking as like a class ability or granted through like a backstory or something like that. And from the outset, you don't see any obvious signs of direction. You do see plenty of, kind of war-in trails, but they're going in all kinds of different directions. It looks like these guys could have been here for a couple of weeks even, moving around and scouting out the area and stuff.
I want to. You said there's just like this miscellaneous shit, just.
Yeah,
scattered
little
about.
odd end trinkets. There's like, a broken shoe buckle. There's a button here, there. Just stuff that, warriors lose over the course of a couple weeks staying in a location. There's a sock.
You have the party of huntresses here.
Yeah.
The huntresses can track,
Yeah.
or at least a good amount of their animal companions can.
So I'm going to call Forthwind and get her to me. I don't know. I'm sure that they can find me wherever I am right now.
You got like the general location from town,
Yeah.
so you give them that direction and that bearing, and they'll head your way.
And then while I'm waiting, I want to call Grugnug and ask him to teleport Finn here.
Now? A little time passes. You at the bar, Grugnug shows up, and Finn is still conscious. but drunker than a sailor.
Hell yeah.
And Grugnug walks in and goes, "Yeah, for me."
Wait, where are you taking my boy?
Mm.
No. Big boy wants Finn. Okay. Well, you'll be fine.
Finn's like, "Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great now. Everything's okay."
Yeah. It's all gonna be fine.
And Grugnug just kind of like looks really awkward for a second, and he just walks up and pokes Finn and casts a spell. Finn disappears. Finn shows up in the camp just before the huntresses show up. Finn is piss drunk. There's a flash of light. He shows up, and he just goes to his knees and vomits right in front of you.
I'm trying to think here, see if I have any. Paladin has any spells that cure that.
What spells do you have prepared?
From my understanding, paladins don't prepare spells. It just has the list that they can cast.
You have to prepare daily. If it's all spells, so you're either a prepared caster or an intuitive caster. So like a sorcerer, you have your spells known list, and then you can cast any number, your number of spells out of that list.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that.
So what spells did you take then from the list? Because you never get access to the full list all the time, always. Because otherwise you're a prepared caster like a wizard, where you have a book of spells that you can cast, all the wizard spells you could learn, and then daily you have to choose which ones fill in what slots. And I thought paladins were prepared casters.
Oh yeah, it's choosing.
Yeah. I'll let it slide this time, of course, because new information to you. But know for the future, you got to write down what spells you have at the beginning of the day. And I'm not sure that you have access to anything that will undrunken him.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just thinking like maybe there's a what's it called? Like a cure of poison or something.
Yeah, a cure poison would work. I usually let purify food and drink work. But I'm not sure if paladins have access to that, because I think that's just cleric and oracle level 0 spells. Because paladins don't get level 0 spells, don't get the cantrips.
Oh. You accepted the lay poison?
It's already
It says it stops poison from
okay.
harming subjects.
So it would stop for that temporary time. Yes, I would
For
accept that.
1 hour per level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
Cool.
be very drunk and have a
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with that.
Yeah, he snaps back too. He sobers up really quick. Ooh. How did I get here?
I had Grudnug teleport you.
Why?
Right now we're standing in the camp of the commandos that took some of your friends.
Yeah, he panics for a second and looks around. Obviously, no one's there.
There's an assortment of small things and trinkets left behind by the group that were here. I'd like for you to collect them, and maybe we can get a mage map going to find out their location.
Right. Okay. Okay. It's the right thing to do. I will get started on that.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, wait for Fourth Wind to show up.
Yeah, it's maybe just a couple minutes after. They're pretty quick going through the woods. Fourth Wind and a small assortment of her huntresses come forth. You called?
Yes. This is the camp that the commandos teleported to with the group of children that they took.
A brilliant find. Kibbers. And her wolf immediately starts sniffing through the area. She does not need to be told why she was brought here. He has picked up a scent. Heads northwards.
I'm going to ask them to follow that trail as long as they deem it safe, and see what they can find.
Okay. Where do you go? Where does Mark go?
Where? Oh, before Forthwind leaves, I'll ask her if there's the closest group of Mad Kingsmen where she knows where they are.
From our reports and from your scouts' reports, there were a couple of skirmishes just over by what would have been the Great Bridge that's been destroyed over the swamps that are no longer swamps. There were some camps relatively behind your lines, just north of here, possibly where these tracks are headed. And then, of course, far to the east, the Legion Wall, but that's maybe a 7-day journey.
Let's head
You're coming with us?
north. Yeah,
Okay.
for now at least.
Yeah, you guys mosey north. Your territory spans days worth of travel, though. How long do you personally stay on the trail? Mark's more than happy to keep with Forthwind and continue forward. But do you have other business to attend to, or are you happy spending a couple of days doing this? Because I'll have to reconfirm with these guys.
I'll let Mark go with them, and
And you'll double back? Okay. Okay. Then we don't split the party. You get drunk all day, you help people out all day, you return then later that night. You've done just about a full day's worth of journeying around and setting stuff up. Raymond would like to know when you guys are going to do a service for The Apprentices Lost.
That's what we've been doing all day.
In fact, there seem to be a lot of people coming about now and asking those questions. You get this question a lot. You run into a lot of the NPCs.
Should probably do one soon.
yeah, I mean, depending on what time I get back or how we just do it in the morning.
Yeah. In the morning? Okay. All the crises are done, so yeah, you can get NPCs kind of focused up, ready to rock and roll. Mark and Forthwind wouldn't be able to attend. Might be for the better. All right. The night passes, the morning comes. What kind of ceremony do you guys have?
Well, imagine like like all the ones they do on the street and they get hit by a car accident.
What?
I don't know.
You just want to put like flowers on the roadside?
Yeah, like big flower thing in the middle. I don't know. I mean, we don't have bodies, so.
I'm sure like the Temple of Ares would have some sort of, I don't know, thing for lost soldiers, right?
Of course, yeah. There's burial rites for that.
Did it make it?
I guess that's a good question.
Temple
Yeah, your new construction generally is fine.
Then unless anybody's opposed, I think like over your ceremony at the Temple of Ares.
You don't get any complaints from anybody
Nothing but
about
that's-
where you want to do it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Some nice music. Get the
Adora, yeah,
Adora
she's more than ready to play.
Yeah.
Everybody besides Mark, Forthwind, and the like 5 huntresses that she brought with her will be in attendance. There's a lot of peasantry outside that winds up gathering around for the ceremony and stuff. If there's any other more like outdoor venue, any bigger venue that you do, peasantry will show up. But for right now, keeping it kind of tight.
yeah. You're just simple ceremony. Because it's not really like time to have big anything.
No one wants to speak.
No.
No, this was not my mindset.
They were my kids.
But Kay died.
I know. Kay did die. I'd say something about Kay.
Do it.
Only Kay.
What do you say?
Kay was a very wise and misdirected man. Not by other people, but by himself. He had great intentions, not great actions, most of the time. But man, he knew how to write a book.
Thank you, Ethan.
Will you be dedicating the book like to the schools? All children must read.
Make it part of the curriculum in the Temple of Osiris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The ramblings of it.
The ramblings of that madman.
Their senior thesis is to fucking understand it.
I would like to task Eric with saying some words about the kids.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go into
No, that's-
every individual NPC, but there are multiple people that go up and speak on the behalf of the dead. Frida goes up and she tries to speak, but just kind of winds up choking back tears and then breaking down a little bit. Alia says some things, you know. You get a lot of them. Raymond, he's not all there. He's slow with his speech. Sometimes it's a little slurred, but he is able to at least get off something.
Oh, I want to, like, towards the end, like, talk with Bryson and have him just, like, I don't know, project hope. People will need hope.
He can bolster a crowd. It's a very minimal effect, but
Yeah.
he'll do what he can. You know, the energy's put out. It's a big crowd. It's a lot of people, and it's a very
Look,
very
man.
miserable event.
Look, man. Want me to bolster up a funeral? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can give him 2 rolls of bit of luck. I had 2 then.
Sure. You want to roll him?
Sure.
What do we add?
No,
6.
10.
Another 10?
10.
Shoot, that helps a lot.
turn.
He, of course, he focuses more on
The
the
immediate.
immediate crowd. He doesn't go out and
Yeah.
try to affect the hundreds to thousands of people that are gathered outside in the city squares and stuff.
The nameless hordes.
Yeah, he does what he can. Yeah.
All right. At the end of the funeral, Izeli convenes a war council. And
You want all major names in attendance?
yes,
Okay. Apprentices?
yeah. All right, so it's time to blast a hole through the Legion wall. We need numbers.
Agreed.
Yes. Sorry.
Is there a way to set up fourth wind in a Zoom call?
She has her sending stone on her. You can call she
You
and
can put on a
Mark.
speaker, right?
They're in a decent spot. They're not like sneaking through enemy territory or anything right now. They'll pull off and sit in some brush and sit in on it.
Okay, yeah.
There is general agreement along, but then of course the question comes up, where?
I'll ask fourth one. Is there like a location on the Legion wall where your forces are remotely gathered? Is there a particular point of conflict?
Our forces are highly mobile around the wall. We would prefer not to attack near the coast, as they usually have some kind of naval assistance.
Is there a particular point that you guys have scoped out that would be particularly beneficial to have a hole in to get you guys through quicker?
That was never my assignment, exactly. That's more of the House of Beasts department. In the current times, I was handling the passage routes, where we were able to sneak in.
Is there a way for you to get them on the call?
Not from here, no.
We have their number.
Cool. Yeah.
That's my fucking mother.
Cool. I'm gonna call her fucking mom.
There is no answer.
Try again. Try again. I'll call this bitch like 20 times.
Okay, on the 20th time, you do get an answer. It is a man's voice. I'm sorry. Have you called repeatedly?
Yep.
Okay, they aren't here right now. If you want to leave a message with me, that's fine. I'm only allowed to answer it after so many attempts. But I got to keep this short.
You know when they're gonna be back.
They should be done with War Council by tomorrow afternoon.
Perfect. Let them know that we're trying to blow a hole in the Legion wall.
Okay. Who? I'm sorry, man. Who is this?
Uzul, part of the group that has went down to the.
It's Zelly.
Yeah, and it's
Oh, okay. All right. That crew. Madam Zelli, it's wonderful to hear your voice again. I hope all is well and you are healthy.
Yeah, we just got our asses kicked. It's time to
Oh,
full out war.
I will pass the message along and have your mother call you at her earliest convenience.
And you know what? Go to the War Council, and whoever you need to interrupt, just take her the Sending Stone.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
I'd be executed.
No, you won't.
I'm sorry. Uzel,
right,
are
guys.
you still there? Uzel
Um,
guy?
Can we move the war party? Go to the fucking Sending Stone and go there.
You do not have a connection through the Sending Stone to there.
We don't?
No.
I thought they opened it
Not
up.
to the Huntresses. You can go to the Iron Mountains. You got to connect it with the dwarves.
No, then how did we get Fourth Wind and everything to?
Fourth Wind snuck across the border because that was her specialty.
I thought she came through
That
the
was
Sending
what
Stone.
no, that was what her specialty was in. Her and her crew were tasked with breaching
Gotcha.
the wall.
Copy.
Yeah, they took the Underground Railroad kind of thing.
So, with a direct order from one of the people at the House of Peace, you can't go and give the Sending Stone.
I can't go into the war party like that. We aren't allowed like that. Did I introduce myself to you guys? I can't quite remember.
No.
Okay, I'll pass the message along as soon as I can. I promise.
Fine.
And all the rest of the guys on staff sound exactly like me, so don't get me in trouble, please. Okay, goodbye.
I remember your voice.
All right. Well, in that case, we won't know exactly where until we have that.
You won't have a specific target. Now, of course, you're looking at a week or two's travel just to get there anyway.
Yeah.
So you could start heading south very soon. The question starts coming up, though. What kind of forces are we going to bring? You guys took a heavy hit the other night. You guys are spread kind of thin as it is, fighting up towards Shire already.
I'm going to ask Gontu, how many dwarves do you think he can get down here in a short amount of time?
Allow me some time to consult with my superiors.
You can talk to your little kobold buddies, any of the magic ones. The dragon commands.
I mean, I could try to get, like, some Northmen.
You also
Your
have-
people are on the way.
Yeah. But you,
Coming?
Yeah, they're coming, but since you don't have a hole in the Legion wall, they can't come from anywhere that makes sense. They got to go around the entire
You could just meet us
continent
on the other side.
I want.
and then come to Bronze.
So you could just meet us on the other side.
If you get Hunter's permission for them to go into the Fey Woods, yeah.
That would, from my understanding of the map, that would take a really long fucking time.
Yeah. Now, of
so-
course, though, you sent them, 2 months ago at this point? So
If I'm
they're
gonna
a
ask,
couple weeks out.
want to ask Grubnug
Okay.
if he is able to establish connections in standing stones.
No.
The other thing that we can do,
He hasn't even gone and seen your standing stone.
The dwarf sent technicians to do that, right?
Yeah. Grubnook was not part
No,
of that.
no, no, yeah. Are they still around establishing that connection, or are they already gone?
No, that connection's established, they're gone. And in order to set up that connection to another sending stone, they would have to go and find that other sending stone.
Yeah.
You guys
So-
aren't even aware of any sending stones in the Fate Woods, right?
Yeah.